Feel like his time is done. I really do. I feel like the future has to be without him now.
I can't complain about anything other than Granit Xhaka.
And at the end of the day, that's what you expect. That's what you expect when you play teams like that down the bottom of the table.
Hey guys, it's Daniel here from Daniel Bailey TV for Lee Judges TV, and it has finished Arsenal 3, Southampton 0. And it's a little bit weird for me, this game, because I can't help but think this result just papers over the cracks. Listen, let's not get fooled by this performance. It was a great second half performance. I think we really did marginally better in the second half. I thought there's some great individual performances. I thought Martinelli, how unlucky was he not to get the goal? And then Saka again hitting the post. It was nice to get the goals from Gabriel, Odegaard, and I can't remember for the life of me who got the other one, even though I just literally watched the game. I can't remember who got the other one. Lacazette. That's it, Lacazette. But yeah, I can't help but thinking, guys, it's just papers over the cracks. I've got to be honest. You know, the first half, I thought we struggled a little bit. I don't think we were defensively great. I think our passing was off. I don't think we were moving the ball quick enough. And the pessimistic side of me just says that this is a classic game that papers over the cracks. And I think we have to see it for what it is. It's a great win. But listen, you're not going to find out whether your team's progressed against teams like Southampton. It's just not going to happen. And I think that we have to just be real with ourselves that this is not going to ultimately tell us whether we've progressed as a team. I think the games against Liverpool, Man United and Everton, they will tell us. And ultimately, we failed in all three of them. So, yeah, I think winning against Southampton is a little bit... I'm enjoying the win. And don't get me wrong, I'm pleased. I never want Arsenal to lose. I'm enjoying the win. I'm enjoying the 3 points. But ultimately, it is just papering over the cracks. And I'm sorry to sound like really negative coming on here, but it's just the way I feel. Do you know what I mean? It's just the way I feel. I can't be anything other than honest and in my assessment of how we played. And again, when we were playing poorly, we did have poor spells in that game. But when we were playing poorly, a better team would have caught us out, and a better team would have punished us for that. So we were a little bit lucky. Yes, the scoreline shows that we were comfortable winners, but let's not just go on the result and the scoreline. We have to start looking at the performance aspects of this game. And while there were individual performances to be pleased about, I think ultimately we don't want to get too carried away. And ultimately, for me, it does paper over the cracks.
Yes, people, welcome to Lee Judges TV yet again. Thank you for the opportunity, guys, Dan and Lee. Arsenal 3, Southampton 0. First thing I must say, I got to the game pretty late, just before kickoff, so I had actually checked my phone and I didn't notice about Aubameyang until the guy sitting next to told me that it's a discipline breach why he's not playing. And I just shook my head, man. You let down your teammates, you let down the manager, despite what you think of Mikel Arteta. And you know what? There's a lot of Arsenal fans that back Aubameyang sometimes blindly, and he let them down. But we'll come into that another time, man. Seriously, but yeah, the same team line up today as against Everton. I saw the grumbles on social media with Arsenal fans, and you know what? The way I looked at it was, they have a chance to redeem themselves after that horror show at Goodison Park. And if you looked at the first 20 minutes, you would have been very concerned. We looked disjointed. We was giving the ball away. Southampton started sharply. James Ward-Prowse was pretty influential, but we absolutely sucker punched them, to be honest with you, to get 2 goals. The first goal, particularly a goal from open play, and a set piece with the guy scoring yet again. But the first goal was fantastic. Risk and reward. The risk is always there when you play out from the back, but the reward was fantastic. A great team goal. Good to see Lacazette getting the score sheet, because there's games where he's played well this season, or he's played a good 60, 70 minutes and he doesn't score, or he gets hooked off. But he got the goal today and should have had a couple more if he took his chances. But yeah, Southampton must have been shell-shocked after the first 25 minutes, because they're thinking, how are we 2-0 down? Having started the game very well. But you know what? Like Jimmy Greaves said, football's a funny old game. But 2-0's an interesting scoreline in football. So, you know, to get the third goal was, I think, completely killed off the game. 2-0's a dangerous scoreline, but to get the third goal, Gabriel, fantastic towering header. You could talk about the marking, but we're not Southampton fans, so we don't care. But yeah, and we had chance. Saka hit the post. Martinelli hit the post. We could have scored. We could have scored a lot more. We could have scored a lot more and helped that goal difference being on -4. But yeah, we looked pretty comfortable, and we definitely got the third goal. Started the match shakily, 2 early yellow cards, unfortunately. But like I said, that first 20 minutes wasn't very good. But is it papering over the cracks, the result today? Possibly. We got a sterner test next with the West Ham game. But listen, the goal from open play, 2 set piece goals, sorry, a clean sheet. Tomiyasu again for me is just, I love him. He's aerial duels, he wins, he's consistent in every facet. He supports the attack. He got a good partnership with Bukayo Saka. Saka worked tirelessly. Martinelli worked very well today again. But the Aubameyang situation, more to come. But people, that's me, Albert JTV over and out, sorry, for Lee Judges TV. Take care, people.
Arsenal 3, Southampton 0, a convincing win, which is what we've all been crying out for, to be honest with you. And I feel like the players deserve a lot of credit today. You know, the players always get slated when we lose, so let's give them some praise when they win. Everybody talks about the manager being a genius when we win, and actually I thought today it was the players that really did turn up, and I thought that individually there was some great performances. I thought Gabriel Martinelli, for me, was my man of the match. I thought his ability to be so tenacious and to never give up and the never say die attitude, the mentality, is just what I believe we need moving forward. I've been crying out for this guy to get some minutes, and he's taking his chances now, and it's very pleasing for me to see. I thought even at Everton and Manchester United he was one of the brighter sparks, and certainly was a positive today. And I have to big up Gabriel, because I think he's been player of the season. I don't think he always gets a mention. You know, a lot of people talk about Tomiyasu and Ben White. I think he's been better than both of them. He's definitely been the shining light in our side, and definitely the Colossus at the back. And I think he's showing some leadership skills of the last few weeks, which I've been really impressed by. I'm not convinced by this manager. I'm not convinced by this team under this manager, but certainly today is a convincing victory. But we need now go on a run. And I don't feel that we are going to go on a run, because with West Ham and Manchester City around the corner, we know what happens when we come up against those teams this season. So for me, it's not nothing to get too excited about just yet. However, I do have to give the team some credit, because I thought they were great today and were positive moving forward for once. To get a goal the way we did in the first goal with Lacazette's finish, which was great, but the build-up play, I think, is something that we have only seen glimpses of in the last 2 years, and it shows that the team can do it. My problem has always been, when can we do it consistently? So today was a good result against a very poor Southampton side, and for me it all matters on what happens on Wednesday for whereabouts we are going to be looking at towards the league table, because West Ham are a side that are going to be challenging for European places, but potentially for the Champions League. So I want to be competing against those sides, not the Southamptons, Norwiches and Watfords of this league. I do have to mention Aubameyang before I do finish up. I feel like his time is done. I really do. I feel like the future has to be without him now. My concern is who's going to pay him 350k a week. We might be stuck with him for another season, just like we were with Mesut Ozil. And although I was really happy when he signed, looking back now, I think the fan base would accept that it was probably the wrong decision. I do feel that there is some problems with him mentally, and if it is true that the rumours are that he's missed training and just not turned up, then he deserves to be stripped of the captaincy, and I believe dumped out of the side. So for me, fair play to Mikel Arteta today if that is the truth and that is what's happened, and he's been dropped for those reasons. I think fair play. For me, the armband would go to Kieran Tierney, but it looks like Lacazette is probably going to have it, and then behind that will probably be Granit Xhaka. But for me, I think we need to give it to a youngster now who's going to be there for the future long term, because Lacazette and Xhaka are just not. And I think Kieran Tierney has had another good game today, but what he's done is he's shown leadership skills, he's shown mentality, he's a winner, and he's actually our most decorated player, believe it or not, because of what he's done at Celtic. And people may laugh and say it's only Celtic, but you've still got to win, and that's what he's done. And he's been surrounded by it. So for me, it would be Kieran Tierney. I don't feel actually like we're going to see Aubameyang in an Arsenal shirt again. I really don't. It wouldn't surprise me if somebody did go in with January with a silly bid, but I don't think it's going to be a case of him leaving, because I really don't feel that anyone's going to be paying him 350k a week. So big up Arsenal today, big up the players, great 3 points, 3-0 to the Arsenal. We move on to Wednesday and hope for another 3 points. I'm out. This is Lee Judges TV and I'm Dan Potts. Take care.
All right, we got Magic Mike and the crew for Lee Judges TV. I got Tom with me. I got Ryan with me. Members of the Richmond Gooners podcast. Great podcast. Listen to it. I do a podcast, but no one listens to it. It's fine because we have won today. Arsenal 3, Southampton 0. Southampton is what us proper fans call Southampton. And
I'd ring the bell if I had the phone app up.
Look, Southampton was there for the taking today. They were poorly set up. They're ravaged by injuries. A temporary goalkeeper who's older than I am. Well, no, he's not older than I am.
He's not, but, it feels like
He's fatter than I am. No, he's not fatter than I am. But, this is the type of game that Arsenal had to come out and win convincingly, and not do the same old stuff where we go up a goal early and then sit back. And I think we got that accomplished today. Tom, you're man of the match.
Martin Odegaard, no doubt. I said a lot of negative things about him. I thought he should be doing better, and I was expecting more out of him. And he scored 3 matches in a row. Today, that back heel pass is also really effective in the final third. Who would have thought that he would have a header? And he said after the match, first header he's ever scored.
First time. Like we were getting ready to get rid of his head altogether, and he's finally used it to score a goal. Ryan, who was your favorite Japanese player today?
I guess that would be Tomiyasu. I would go with Odegaard as my man of the match as well, but Tomiyasu was a very, very close second. There's nothing that he didn't do well today.
Who's your favorite Norwegian?
My favorite Brazilian was look, we could just do that all day. Today was a day where we did what we were supposed to do. It's refreshing. Again, if anyone in these fan camps talking about papering over cracks, I get it. Because today doesn't make everything okay. Believe me. I'm enjoying it in the moment, as I do.
There's going to be a lot of talk about it's only Southampton. It's only Southampton.
But it's a step in the right direction.
But a win is a win.
It is.
Enjoy the win.
And look, if we, as I've said before, if we get 9 out of every 12 points against teams that are below us in the league, we're going to get Europe. And to me, that's the thing that we have to go for this season. Now, let's talk about a couple of negatives. I will say, today we won despite our midfield. I looked at a heat map, and you really didn't even have to look at the heat map to know this. Our game was like in a big circle today that goes from the fullbacks to the wingers and into the center again. We are scoring no goals through central creation. We are scoring no goals due to turnovers in the midfield from Xhaka and Partey, who to me were the 2 weakest players in the game. We're scoring goals in the exact same manner, which is playing out wide, picking guys out who are basically at the top of the 18 or in the penalty spot. And I'm here for that. I can take that all day long as teams keep giving it to us. It's a little bit one-dimensional, but I think today we won and we dominated in spite of our midfield, and against better opponents like West Ham, like Liverpool, like City. We're gonna have to resolve that. So I am quite worried about the play of Partey. And I'm quite worried about the play and the attitude, because I don't like the guy of Granit Xhaka. But look, it's a 3-0 win. Anything that you saw that makes you think that we can beat West Ham on Wednesday?
Yeah, I think Martin Odegaard. I think Martin Odegaard can get in between their defenders and create some sort of danger. Alba, I don't know about him.
Is he done?
Well, they said he's going to play against West Ham, though.
Yeah, but
is he going to score against West Ham?
I don't know if he's going to score. For me, the thing that makes me think we can beat West Ham is Aaron Ramsdale.
Yeah.
He was not tested like on an extreme rate today, but he directed the walls against the multiple free kicks. We gave it to Ward-Prowse, who is the free kick king, and he did make a couple of difficult saves.
Ramsdale.
We keep it close with a slightly improved attack that we've got. I think that keeps us there.
Ramsdale's my captain, if you're asking me, and I know you're all asking me. But look, I think we can beat West Ham. We have to put together a positive performance. If we beat West Ham, we go into the following game again with a lot of confidence behind us. So don't count us out. This wasn't a resolving game. The loss to Everton was much worse than the victory against Southampton today. And if we can get our midfield right, look, man, it's a long, long road back to top four. But I think, we just need to be a little bit patient. So, good win today. I can't complain about anything other than Granit Xhaka. But other than that, I'm happy. So, come on, you Gunners. U2B, Guna.
Arsenal 3, Southampton 0. Routine win in the end. I have to say in the first 10-15 minutes I thought Southampton looked pretty good. I felt Arsenal were lacking a little bit of confidence, but once we got the goal, and a fantastic goal it was, what a team move that was. Ramsdale messed up at first, but then played it out to Tomiyasu, and then after that, just an unbelievable move and an unbelievable finish from Lacazette. Confidence soared from then on. I thought we played really, really well from that moment on. Got the second goal. Odegaard, 3 goals in 3 games now, so that's a big plus for us. And in the end, it was a routine win, and a win that we should be expecting, really. Look, when I come into the ground today, a lot of people predicting a draw or a tough win. I actually thought it would be a lot tougher than that. 1-0 I went for, and I didn't think it was going to be a very, very good game, but it turned out to be a really good game, really enjoyable game, with some good free-flowing football. And at the end of the day, that's what you expect. That's what you expect when you play teams like that down the bottom of the table. Put them to the sword. Won the game. Could have been more. Martinelli in the post. I think Saka in the post as well. And in the end, what I liked about the performance today was that we could able to rest a couple of players going into the game against West Ham on Wednesday. So all in all, a really good performance. I thought there was really no outstanding player in the team today, but I don't think everybody done their job and played well. Bold move from the manager to keep the same team that had produced probably Arsenal's worst performance of the season, worst performance for a very, very long while. But they got the job done today, and that was what it was all about today, just getting the result, building up confidence, and realistically building up confidence for Wednesday night. And I think that we can go into that game in a lot better shape than what we would have done if we perhaps won 1-0 or whatever. So all in all, look, great performance today, got the win, justified result, and needed performance. So 3-0 to the Arsenal. We'll take that, won't we? We move on to Wednesday.